Welcome back to Good Day. So for the past 15 years, WTOL 11 has been proud and humbled to be part of the Donate Life Big Green Chair sit-in. It's been 24 hours, and someone has been sitting in that big green chair the entire time, including Kara Steele of Life Connection. We're going to do it again in a year, but the need for donors is right now.
Absolutely, it is. And the stories that we've been able to tell our donor families who are, here to honor their loved ones for giving that gift of life, and very grateful transplant recipients without that gift would literally not be here, would not be able to fill that chair. So it has been an incredible 24 hours of stories yet again.
Mm-hmm. It has emotional.
Absolutely.
Emotional, Kara, because just sitting down talking to some of these folks, just hearing the tragedy with their family members dying, but the hope, the comfort, the joy that they receive because they know that their family member helped someone else. It seems to be that's why you stay up 24 hours.
It really is. It really is. And I appreciate you both supporting me because, it's always like I'm a little sleep deprived at this time. But it's just such a re-energizing event. Not that I need any motivation to do what I do because I feel very blessed to be able to do it. But I think, you just talked to Debbie Hilton, whose husband was a donor hero, and hearing her talk about our organization in that way and saying, Life Connection of Ohio carried me when I literally couldn't walk. I mean, we get to do that for these incredibly courageous people, and we get to provide opportunities for them to honor and remember their loved one, to be a part of awesome events like this so their legacy continues.
And then we get to hear those stories of people who have said, I got another 20 years. I got to do this with my family. I got to do this with my kids, and all of these great stories. The young people who, I talked to Rose yesterday, who's going to college soon, and it's incredible. But we also, the whole point though is to raise awareness too. So let's talk a little bit about the need. How many people are waiting for organs right now?
Yeah, over 100,000 people in this country are in need of life-saving organ transplants, including 2,500 Ohioans. So it certainly hits close to home as well. And you mentioned someone like Rose. We were able to see her journey. She was waiting for her heart. She was incredibly sick. And because someone said yes, their family supported that decision, she now has her whole life ahead of her. And she's able to have these milestone moments. She's able to go to college. Her parents weren't sure that she'd ever see that because she was so sick. And I remember when we reached out to her to kick off this event, and her mom Joy was like, you know what, Rose is 17 and she can do this interview all by herself. And we were like, wait, what?
She's all grown up.
And we were like, well, she is 17 and so well spoken and obviously knows her story better than anyone. So I think just to be able to see these people grow up and do these awesome things, again, all because of the gift of life, can't think of any better way to spend 24 hours.
Yeah, and you've been awake, and you've been powering through.
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I may take a power nap at a later time, but no.
Power nap.
You deserve it. She says she doesn't want to throw her sleep schedule off too much, so.
I think I'm gonna wait till this evening if I can to take. No, I feel judged. I feel judged, Samantha.
Just go to sleep.
You should not. So, Kara, there are a lot of myths. What are some of the biggest myths, and can you bust those myths for us?
Absolutely. I think the biggest one that I have heard, and I am a veteran here at Life Connection of Ohio, so I have been here for about 18 and a half years, and it is the same one I remember these last 18 and a half years. People who are afraid, okay, if I say yes on my license, I'm a registered donor, what if something happens to me? Is my medical care going to be impacted? Absolutely not. Any doctor, any nurse, anyone in that hospital is only concerned with saving lives. And if they've done everything they can to save that person and they do pass away, if they were a registered donor or their family made that decision on their behalf, then Life Connection of Ohio can get involved and carry out those wishes and leave that legacy, help them leave that legacy, which again, these incredible stories that we've seen, it just makes such a huge impact in our community.
And I do want to say, if you are just joining us and you're like, what is the green chair? The reason we have someone sitting in it for 24 hours straight is we can't leave it empty, and it represents those who die while waiting for that life-saving transplant.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, there are about 16 people who die every day waiting for that second chance at life. So encouraging more people to be educated about donation and take that step and register means there will be fewer empty chairs, because there are such grateful recipients who are able to spend more time with their families. And, I'm thinking back to our interview interviews even last night, you know, a 21-year double lung transplant recipient who could not walk from one end of the room to another without being severely out of breath. Now she is happy, healthy, active, able to do everything with her family, walk and run 5Ks. Just, it's an incredible, you know, restored health, restored life, a true second chance.
Yeah, and so many lives are impacted after someone checks and says yes to being a donor. So up to
8 lives through organ donation and 125 more through tissue and cornea donation. I mean, what an incredible life-saving legacy. And it seems like, wait, all I have to do is say yes? That's all I need to do, and it really is. So if you haven't already registered to be a donor, if you're at the BMV, they will ask you that question. If you'd like to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor, you say yes, share those wishes with your family, or you can also register online on our website if you'd like. lifeconnection.org takes less than a minute to register and certainly means a world of difference to so many people who are waiting.
Yeah, there's a little button up at the top right corner. It's
You know
register.
That's right.
Register now. Register. Yeah, you just click that. And yeah, and just know that these folks who got this life-saving gift are not taking it for granted. And,
Absolutely.
And they are living their lives to the fullest. So beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
get some rest.
Yeah.
You know, I'll try.
Yeah.
Now,
power now.
our producer really wants to show a photo. This is not our idea. This
Here
is
we
hers,
go.
Kara.
Here we go again.
I'm blaming her.
It's Wendy.
There it is.
It's time. Okay, well.
You look the
I
same.
look a little more tired. The hair isn't necessarily brushed. Oh, see.
Just smile, Kara. That's all you got to do.
When is that?
There you go.
that was early on. So what? Did you see how much
look the
Wendy
same.
loves me?
That's how much she loves you.
So funny.
It's just my
we
favorite
love
part.
we love you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And I love you all. Thank you.
All day today and yesterday.
Yes.
Go get
Yeah.
some
All the days.
All the days.
Get that power nap in. We'll be back with more Good Day. Make sure you stay with us.